Shalom, 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 shalom to the household of faith. Let's begin this lesson by giving honor and glory to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakadash. We give double honors to our head apostles, the elders, the bishops out of the great millstone that taught us this truth, and salutations, peace to the tabernacle of David, the 144,000. The men that are on their watch, we have to be on our watch, the 144,000 pushing this word, especially in these last days. We have to blow the trumpet. Okay, we have to blow the trumpet and warn the sheep, and that's what we're trying to do to the best of our ability through the spirit and power of our King, our Redeemer, Yahweh Shai. And again, salutation to these brothers that are making their body a living sacrifice. And to the household of faith, the large multitude mentioned in the book of Revelation 7:9, from all Israelites scattered all over the world that believe in the testimony of our King, our Redeemer, Yahweh Shai. And I pray that this message finds all of you in perfect peace. I want to just do one of those quick hits. There's going to be one quick, we're going to call it the quick hit. Okay, because family, so much is happening in the news. We got to continue to blow the trumpets. Here we go. Listen to this article. Actually, before we do that, let me see if I can bring a quick precept here. Let me see. Do I have a precept here? Please bear with me. Yep. Let's go here. So listen to this. Let's go here. Let's go the book of Romans. Let me move this here. Let's go to the book of Romans. Come on. The book of Romans chapter 13. And hear what the Lord says. No, Romans chapter 13. Hear what the Lord says. Romans 13:11. It says here, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is what? Our salvation nearer than when we believe. Our salvation is at the door. Family, the society that you are so used to, the life that you are so used to is about to be destroyed by the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Chaos is coming. And this article that we are about to read, you will find out why. You will find out. I said why. You will find out that what these people that are ruling the world today, family, they are nothing but pure Satan. They worship Satan. They are the children of Satan, and they are about to collapse their economy. Cyber attack is coming. What is it called? False flags are coming. These are the times that we are living in. It said the night is far spent. The day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light, which is what? This word. Let's get right into it. Family, listen to this now. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. It says this. Mossad Insider. This is coming from the People's Voice. I'm going to read this whole article and I'm going to bring a quick precept. Mossad Insider. Mossad is the Israeli intelligence branch. They say Mossad, the CIA, the MI6. Family, these people you are not dealing with humans, okay? They are the children of Satan. So hear what it's saying. Mossad Insider warns false flag in America worse than 9/11 will hand Israel full control of the United States. Are you listening to this? This is what is coming. Listen to this. We got to blow the trumpet. We're going to read it. The walls are closing in on the global elite. This is called the Epstein class, okay? Their conspiracies are unraveling in real time. Their cover stories shredded, and the public has finally stopped buying the script. Listen to this. That's why the Revelation chapter 12 says what? The devil knows that he has but a short time, so he's coming down with what? Great wrath. Wrath, that's what is coming. Listen to this. It says, cornered and desperate, they are rolling the dice on the big one. Military insiders and cyber detectives are blowing the whistle. A dirty bomb false flag on United States soil, synchronized with a total cyber and communications blackout. Power grids fried, banks frozen, phones dead, cities plunge into darkness and panic. Isn't that what the Lord says? It said the disasters are approaching rapidly. You think the Lord was joking? This is what is coming. Listen to this. It said the playbook, crystal clear. Ignite the outrage bomb, pin it all on Iran, and heard the masses screaming into World War III, seize control of DC, shove every so-called anti-Semite into gulags and roll out the one world government like its destiny. That's right. Remember, this all leading to what? The microchip. Family, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. That's why we have to continue to warn you Negroes. It is coming. Hear what it says. This isn't theory anymore. This is the trap snapping shut. And the countdown just hit 0. Just as the United States plunged into war with Iran, all to serve Israel's Zionist agenda, Mossad operatives were caught red-handed in allied nations scheming epic false flags to hijack the headlines and control the chaos. Ask yourself, why is the media actively covering up this information? Because they are all in on it. CNN, CNBC, Fox, everybody is bought and paid for. Family, that's what you are facing. It says these countries host U.S. military bases. These countries are U.S. allies. The chaos and the disorder is just getting started, according to military insiders who warn that Israel's false flags will not be limited to the Gulf. Pay attention, the Gulf, Saudi, the region, the Levant. Hear what it says. It said, but before we dive into the details, let's pause for a moment on something truly disturbing. Israel has grown so confident, so untouchable in its position right now that they are openly floating ideas for false flag operations. Are you listening to this? They are tossing around different scenarios, debating ways to stage incidents and mislead the world, all out in the open. According to a high-level military insider, Israel is secretly plotting a major false flag attack on America's soil, designed to be blamed on Iran in a calculated bid to terrorize the public and march them in lockstep into World War III. Family, we know the playbook. We thank the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for revealing the secret to us. This is what is coming. That's why, because it's all leading to what? The chip, universal basic income, the microchip, so that they can have their new world order. It's not going to come to fruition. Remember, the Lord says what? A bloodbath. The Lord says He's about to give them a bloodbath. But there are going to be some people that are going to take the chip. Because why? That's how the Lord wrote the movie. Some of your family members are going to take the chip. Because that's how the Lord programmed them to take the chip. But the elect will not take the chip. It's a Matt Bracken, a former Navy SEAL, and geopolitical experts share these warnings to highlight the risk of escalation in the Middle East. Bracken referenced Israel's historical false flags, such as the 1967 Israeli attack on the U.S. Liberty, designed to draw America into war with Egypt. This remains the blueprint for how Israel might target U.S. ships in the Persian Gulf today. Bracken is urging extreme vigilance in the coming weeks, predicting that a staged incident blamed on Iran could rally public support for war, bypassing congressional approval and leading to catastrophic consequences for American forces and the entire world. Yeah, they are about to sacrifice American soldiers for their new world order. It said the new world order blueprint is rolling out faster than you can say Big Brother. And we have just been blindsided by a stealth strike from the shadows. Enter Larry Ellison, the world's second richest mogul, Oracle's overlord, now puppeteering TikTok's algorithm after Trump's forced handover. And gobbling up half of mainstream media like CBS and CNN to lock down the narrative. You see, family, I just said it in the spirit. Fox, CNBC, NBC, Bloomberg, family, everybody is bought and paid for to push the agenda of what? The NWO. Hear that? It says in a jaw-dropping slip, or was it? This pro-Israel billionaire spilled the beans on the elite endgame, total AI fuel surveillance of every American. cameras everywhere, data harvested in real time, citizens on their best behavior because the system always watching, recording, and judging. This isn't sci-fi. It's the trap closing from 9/11 engineered chaos to Epstein blackmail web. Now, Ellison's digital panopticon ties it all together, herding us toward one world control. Family, it's not going to come to fruition. You read Genesis chapter 10 to 11, Genesis chapter 11. Family, they tried this before. This new world order, Antiochus tried it before. Family, the Lord is not about people coming together. No. Family, we know the book of Job chapter 5 verse 12. The Lord says what? They are not going to fulfill their enterprise. Their enterprise is what? That's what we are reading right now. Their new world order. So yeah, it's not going to come to fruition. That's why you have to be locked in. You have to be locked into the spirit. We are at the end. It said, let's be clear. This didn't happen overnight. The blueprint being circulating for years among the same powerful interests who profit from crisis and control. And now their script is being followed to the letter. Remember Klaus Schwab's notorious announcement about an impending cyber attack? Oh yeah, I watched that clip many times. Years ago, he came out and says, can you imagine a major cyber attack where the banks, all infrastructure, electricity, and nothing works anymore? The water won't run. Family, they planned this years ago. Years ago. This is the disasters that the Lord is bringing upon this earth. This is what is coming. It said, remember Klaus Schwab's notorious announcement about an impending cyber attack? You didn't have to be let's read it. It says here, you didn't have to be a body language expert to see it. Professor Schwab deranged excitement when hinting about cyber attack worse than 9/11 wasn't normal. That's right. You can go and check it out. The global elite are using Israel to steer the world toward a new world war. One that will obliterate borders, leave nations shattered, and pave the way for a single centralized system of control. From the ruins, a new order will rise. Digital, authoritarian, and absolute. Remember, the Lord says what? We're going to get that precept. The Lord said they're not going to fulfill their enterprise. Like I said, family, I want to be under 10 minutes, but I'm in 12 minutes. We're going to wrap this up. He said, these elite, they bow down to Baal in their hidden rituals, viewing the rest of us as worthless cattle, fodder for their evil agenda. And make no mistake, they are slithering into every corner of power. Yeah, because they are snakes. He says, quietly hijacking every government of the world as the heavily redacted Epstein files lay bare for those brave enough to connect the dot. We have mentioned the USS Liberty, a brutal false flag that exposed Israel playbook earlier. But when you talk false flag, you can't tiptoe around the big one. 9/11 has to stay dead center. Is the blueprint, the mother of all operations that kicked off endless wars, shredded freedoms, and rewired the world order. And this isn't dusty history. This trail circles right back to the Epstein files. Those unsealed vaults of depravity aren't just about elite pedophile rings and underage blackmail. They are laced with intel bombs. Here is the truth they don't want you to know. And even the VPNs you thought were your shield, your last line of defense against government and corporate surveillance, have already been hijacked. Yeah, family, nothing is safe. But we know that what they are not going to fulfill their enterprise. Let's go to the book of Job, chapter 12, Job, chapter 5. And then we're going to end the Job, chapter 5. Job 5, verse 12. It says here what the Lord says. It says this. It says, he, the Lord, Yahweh, right? Verse 12, he disappointed the devices of the crafty so that what? Their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He frustrates, this is the NLT, he frustrates the plans of schemers so the work of their hands will not succeed. So we know the end. They are the end. Their plans will not succeed. So family, I pray this is a quick hit. I pray that this message finds all of you in perfect peace. Stay prayed up. Avoid large crowds. That's why false flag is coming. It is coming. It's just a matter of when. It is coming. because they need this chaos to bring in the order, which is the microchip. Shalom.